Next, we're going to look at Cisco Secure Endpoint. A lot of people will probably be familiar with AnyConnect, which was Cisco's legacy SSL VPN client. You know, very, very commonly used deployment. AnyConnect module would be used for remote access into a corporate environment using probably a ASA or FTD or virtual FTD as a VPN head end. Now, Cisco have taken the AnyConnect product. Essentially, when AnyConnect moved from version 4 to version 5, they've had a bit of a rebrand to Secure Client. So what that now means is you've got a single endpoint client that is essentially modular, which means that, yes, AnyConnect and the SSL VPN client is still part of that solution, but now you've got a lot more modules in there as well. So, number one, AnyConnect for the VPN. Second one is we've now got the Zero Trust Access module, which is part of Secure Access. Secure Endpoint itself, so Cisco's EDR solution, is actually just one of the modules within Secure Client, which is great because it means you don't have to have one client for your EDR solution, another one for your VPN, another one for your posture assessment, etc., etc. Another great thing you've got is a network visibility module, which is part of Secure Network Analytics, which we'll cover off in another video. But what essentially that does is it looks at the processes that are running on the host and the flow data that can come off that, and you can feed that into Secure Network Analytics or into a telemetry broker and almost into XDR. So really, really powerful when it comes to threat investigations. Another one that's, a vast majority of customers would be familiar with, the Umbrella module. That was for Umbrella DNS and for the Umbrella SIG packages. And you've got ICE Posture as well in there as one of the modules for anything that connects to your corporate environment if you want to run posture checks before they connect to the corporate resources. There are a couple of other modules incorporated in this as well. The Network Access Manager is one that's quite often deployed. Now, the main benefit of this essentially is that it's really quite simple for the licensing. You don't have to go out and buy all of these modules. You don't have to deploy all of these modules. You can utilize just the ones that, if you've got a customer that's using AnyConnect as an SSL VPN and they're running ICE and Umbrella, you only have to deploy those modules. A lot of customers won't be using Secure Endpoint. They'll be using Defender or Trend or SentinelOne, CrowdStrike, etc. It means you don't have to deploy the EDR module within Secure Client. So really quite flexible. That is something that I would like to see Cisco potentially develop a little bit more in the future. I've mentioned in other videos around Orbital and how that matches processes to applications. I think it would be really quite cool if we could maybe strip that out, because that's a good feature from Secure Endpoint that customers would potentially want to run alongside other EDR solutions. So if Cisco can bring that out in the future, that would be quite great. I wanted to cover off Secure Client kind of quite early on in the 101 series, because it's worth understanding that all the other solutions we're going to talk about, there's a lot of SaaS applications, and that's predominantly the way Cisco have gone now. But what I want to kind of get across is the fact that even if you've got a multitude of different solutions across your architecture, essentially anything that requires data or telemetry or enforcement on the endpoint, you're only having to do it from one single place. Any questions that you might have around Secure Endpoint, Secure Client, please let me know. Happy to answer them. Thanks very much.